Hello and welcome to the Las Vegas Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us this evening. I have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. So the good news is you don't have to worry about them seeing or hearing you. You can just sit back, relax, and listen to the great information that's going to be presented over the next 45 minutes. This is just one of many different sessions happening. Be sure to sign up for additional ones where you signed up for this session. And this presentation is being recorded. It'll be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. So if you need to come back and review anything, you'll have a chance to do that. One note about asking questions: if you have a question for a specific school, make sure you note that in your question so they know to answer it. We are in session C5, which you can see on the bottom left part of the screen that I am sharing. And that is the order of our presentations tonight. So I've gotten the housekeeping stuff out of the way, so I will get out of the way and turn it over to our first institution presenting tonight, Willamette University.
Sorry, everyone, I'm having a hard time with my screen share.
Going to come back on and yeah,
it's
I don't think it's the share button you want.
Is it working now?
Well, we can see it. You're shared. It's just it's not showing the full presentation. If you click, one thing that might help is to click on the X next to share on your screen. That's has the window there. So you have the window and then it has a share button with a little X. There you go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Sorry, everybody. Welcome to Willamette University. I'm Sue Corner, Director of Recruitment. Usually I do just fine with Zoom. I'm going to take the next 6 minutes to tell you a bit about Willamette and introduce you to who we are as an institution. My hope is that these few minutes will help you want to explore a little bit about who we are through a more in-depth virtual visit. Willamette's located in Salem, Oregon, the state capital, in the heart of the beautiful Willamette Valley. We're a liberal arts college supported by graduate programs in law, business, and theology. We're located in a part of the country that is sought after for its natural beauty, diverse ecosystems, and outdoor opportunities. Willamette is the most historic institution in the Western United States, founded before Oregon was even a state. Willamette began to educate and shape innovative leaders right from the beginning, including our very first graduate, Emily York, a woman. As things like business, government, education, medicine, and social systems were being established in the American West, it was a Willamette alumni who were equipped with the education that allowed them to make an immediate impact as these industries literally grew up around our campus. I mention our history because it's important to understand Willamette's rich heritage in order to understand that who we are as an institution today. Willamette's legacy of leadership and impact in the community is exactly what current students find here now. We're a place that takes knowledge and turns it into action. Our predecessors established for us a motto that informs the current Willamette experience in a very real way. That motto that was established at our founding is "Not unto ourselves alone are we born," or "Non nobis solum nati sumus." Our motto sums up what those early alumni knew from their time at Willamette. We are in this world together, and our education should be a time when we practice and explore how we will have an impact on others. We talk about the motto a lot and continually challenge ourselves to live it in new and varied ways. Willamette does an exceptional job of providing students with occasions both in and out of the classroom to practice this idea of the motto of making positive change through leadership, service, and innovation. In the classroom, Willamette students meet in small groups where highly engaged faculty lead primarily discussion-based classes. These small groups are interactive and designed to help students develop the important skills that will see them through their lives and careers. Skills like critical thinking, creative problem solving, and the ability to consider varied perspectives. Our faculty are accomplished academics. They research, write, and publish extensively, but first and foremost, they're teachers. Willamette faculty serve as mentors to help our students really learn to learn so they can grow and change as the world around them changes. It's no wonder that our faculty have had more Oregon Professors of the Year than any college in the state by quite a margin. We feel strongly that the incredible classroom environment at Willamette is critically supported by experiential and co-curricular activities, things like study abroad and hands-on research, and internships are the interactive out-of-classroom experiences that all Willamette students participate in. Our unique location is significant to our ability to provide these opportunities. So let me tell you just a little bit more about our place in the world. We're an urban campus set in the center of Salem's quaint downtown corridor, and we are the only campus in the nation that sits directly across the street, 76 feet to be exact, from the state capitol building. You can imagine the internship and research opportunities that abound for our students in everything from politics to psychology and data science, simply because of our proximity to and long relationship with state government. Also unique to our location is the positioning of Salem Health, one of Oregon's largest hospitals, which is directly adjacent to campus. Our thriving pre-med program is well supported by our proximity to this medical resource. Willamette also owns a 305-acre outdoor learning laboratory called Xena, where students can literally dig in the dirt of this unique region, restoring habitats, participating in forestry study, and even growing vegetables. Finally, Willamette's co-located with Tokyo International University of America. The American Studies program brings 100 Japanese students to live and learn with us in Salem every year. And this program is a great reminder of Willamette's strong commitment to things international. We value the experiential learning that comes from the exchange students who share our campus, as well as the amazing opportunities that students find while participating in the 66 study abroad programs that Willamette offers. As you can see, Willamette is physically located in such a way that we are literally surrounded by opportunities for our students to extend their learning beyond our campus. There's a lot more to say, but before my 6 minutes are up, I just want to mention that we use the Common Application, we review applications holistically, and we've been fully test optional for several years. We never charge a fee to apply because we don't want that to be a barrier for any student seeking access to Willamette. And every applicant is considered for our generous financial aid awards. Willamette encourages applications from bright, diverse, prepared students who want to make an impact and interact with challenging ideas. If you want to be a part of the deep traditions and history that have made Willamette the shaper of innovative leaders, I hope you'll take time to learn more about us. Visit our website to explore our visit opportunities or be in touch with me directly. Go Bearcats!
Thank you very much. And I want to mention to everyone attending this evening that if you have questions, please make sure to use the Q&A button to ask questions of any of our presenters, either during their presentations or at some other time. Again, if it's specific to one particular school, name the school in your question. Up next, let's hear from Lewis and Clark College.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can see my screen here. I'm just checking that this is good. Great. Welcome and thank you so much for spending a Tuesday evening, learning more about colleges and Lewis and Clark College. My name is Reggie Collins. I'm one of the assistant deans of admissions at Lewis and Clark College. I have actually had the privilege of working with students, families, and counselors from the great state of Nevada for my entire admissions career, actually. So I'm really excited to share a couple of quick facts with you about Lewis and Clark. And then I really just want to hone in on a couple major factors that really set us apart from all the other great institutions you'll be learning about tonight. So first and foremost, We have a beautiful wooded 137-acre campus located in Portland, Oregon, and we have about just under 2,000 undergraduate students with an average class size of 17, and we have 47 different states represented. I really love to share that, 10% of our students actually come from the state of Oregon, so 90% of our students are coming from out of state. We really are a national liberal arts college. On top of that, similar to Willamette, which is one of our institution I'm very used to presenting with, we do have 100% of our classes taught by their professors, and most of our professors are doing some form of research, but every single one of them is passionate about teaching, and they came here to teach. And I do believe that many, many students choose Lewis and Clark and stay at Lewis and Clark because of that fact, that they really want to have their professors know their name. They want to have that one-on-one specialized attention and get that academic support throughout their all 4 years at Lewis and Clark College. As mentioned before, we are a liberal arts college, and we really have our academics broken up on this thirds model into thirds here. You have your major. You do not have to declare that until the end of your sophomore year. So many students come in and they're completely undecided and they figure it out during that time. That's great. Students come in and they'll say that they're going to be an international affairs major, and they are, and that's great. There are students like myself who come in and say, I'm going to be a mathematics major, and then you change your major 3 times and end up with an anthropology degree, all of which are completely viable under how the liberal arts education works. And we really want to stress that you can discover your passion in the time at Lewis and Clark, and you will do that through electives and general education requirements. Electives are great for you to get double majors and double minors fit into your degree, and then the gen eds really give you a breadth in a lot of different fields where you'll have multiple choices from different departments within each of the categories. Another unique way that students get some leadership academically is through our symposia. There are 6, as you can see. I definitely recommend checking them out. My personal favorite is the Ray Warren Symposium on Race and Ethnic Studies. Students completely plan it. They bring on keynote speakers. There's going to be an amazing professor from the University of California, Los Angeles, coming this fall, virtually attending. And so I think it's just a great way for students to get really great experience, and it truly is a unique thing that our school offers. Another thing that's a staple at Lewis and Clark is our 4-5-6 commitment that was just announced a few years ago. Basically, you will graduate in 4 years, and if you have to stay for a 9th semester, we will pay for those classes because we are very confident in our academic advising that you will get into all your classes. The 5 and the 6 are graduate programs, so you can do the 4+1 to get a master's degree in teaching from our graduate school across the street, or a 3+3 to get your law school, your JD from the law school across the street as well. Both of those schools send many of our undergraduate students to them as well. And we are, like I mentioned, you can see we really are a residential campus. We're only 6 miles from downtown. Students really take advantage of the entertainment and the culture and the farmers markets and the food carts, all these exciting things that Portland has to offer. But just as important is really the internships and the job shadows. There are huge companies like Nike and Intel, OHSU, which is the Oregon Health and Science University for a lot of our pre-med students, to get that experience, and they really take advantage of the city, and we're really proud to be so close to such a vibrant city. Outside of the city, we do have the great Pacific Northwest. I am from Washington State. I personally love Nevada's views as well, but I am extremely biased to the Pacific Northwest. I think the Pacific Ocean and the mountains and the lakes and the rivers and having a state park 5 minutes away really cannot be beat. And I do think our students currently are really taking advantage of Tryon Creek State Park during the pandemic, being able to get out in nature and socially distant. And many students are doing that through our college outdoors program here. 90% of our students go on one of these trips, whether it be trail running or snowshoeing or kayaking. There's a mushroom identification trip. And again, we have 47 different states represented. So students are coming with varying degrees of experience getting involved in that. Next, and one of the big hallmarks of Lewis and Clark is our global perspective. We're a very internationally focused school, and we really show that in one part through our overseas program, where 60% of our students participate in one of these trips. I highly recommend you ask all the institutions that you're interested in what their numbers are, because it is a well-oiled machine. They're all pre-approved classes that you will get as a Lewis and Clark student, and financial aid does apply. So all your financial aid will transfer, and the only difference tends to be airfare, whether you're studying here in Portland, Oregon, or in Greece. Finally, We are on the Common Application as well, completely free. We only have 4 required materials here, 3 of which come from your school, and the essay on the short answer is really the hardest part, the most work that you have to do as a student. Again, we are not trying to put up any barriers at all. We are not looking to deny students. We really have great applicants from a geographic diversity, ethnic diversity from all over the country and world as well. And we do not require SAT or ACT scores. We have been test optional since 1991. That will not change for any of you who are sophomores or juniors. We are not COVID test optional. And we also offer interviews as well, which are recommended, but not required as well. So the first deadline is November 1st for early action and January 15th for regular decision. My email address is right here if you would like to reach out to me. I will also be answering questions in the Q&A. So thank you so much for your time.
Reggie, thank you very much. And want to reiterate what Reggie just said about using the Q&A to ask questions. And you can ask of any of our representatives this evening. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from Linfield University.
So I'm just pulling this up really quick. Well, my name is Ryan. I am one of the admission counselors here at Linfield University, and you would be working with me specifically for all of Nevada territory. So we have just recently moved over to Linfield University. We previously were Linfield College, but as of July 1st, we kind of changed our organization. So we have 3 different schools, being a School of Business, a School of Nursing, and our College of Arts and Sciences. And we are located in McMinnville, Oregon. Here in McMinnville, we're about an hour away from Portland, an hour away from the coast, a couple of hours away from Mount Hood in the mountains if you wish to go snowboarding or anything like that. McMinnville itself is in the heart of wine country, and we have about 34,000 residents in our town. On campus, we have about 1,400 students, and we have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and about 85% of our classes have fewer than 22 students. Linfield is ranked in US News and World Reports for 4 years as having the best ethnic diversity among liberal arts colleges within the Pacific Northwest. And Washington Monthly recently ranked Linfield as the #1 liberal arts college in Oregon for first-generation students. And we're really proud to say that we have students that come from 19 different states and 19 different countries. And the primary states are going to be Oregon, Washington, California, Hawaii, Nevada, and so on. Within our College of Arts and Sciences, we have 43 different majors, and I've listed our most popular right here. We also have a School of Business with 7 different majors and 4 minors. But in total, we have 51 different options for you to major in. And similarly, you don't have to declare a major until the end of your sophomore year. So we really want you to kind of, explore different classes and figure out what you're truly interested in. So that's part of our Linfield curriculum, part of your elective classes. We really want you to find something that you really care about and want to pursue deeply. We also have a School of Nursing. This is one of our most popular majors. We have the oldest nursing education program within the Pacific Northwest. And we're currently moving to Northeast Portland. We just bought a new campus there. So we'll have brand new facilities, more space to work for our students and in coordination with faculty. And there's about 350 students on the Portland campus. Something really important to keep in mind is that students who complete all 4 years at Linfield, they're never in a competitive applicant pool for our School of Nursing. The first 2 years of prereq courses are going to be located here in McMinnville, and the final 2 years you'd be located at our Portland campus. And there, students have access to more than 100 different clinical partners, and that's going to range from Vancouver, Washington, all the way down to Eugene, Oregon. And I did briefly touch on our Linfield curriculum. So we are a liberal arts institution, and we really want students to complete courses in a lot of different areas to really diversify your education here. And these are some examples of courses or areas that you'd be taking classes in. And we also believe in collaborative research or hands-on research. So here's some current examples from students who studied last summer or this summer, excuse me. And more than 80% of our students will participate in an internship or field experience before they graduate. And for some students, hands-on learning comes from the collaborative research with their professors. And you know, we really want you to build those relationships with your professors to figure out something that's relative to you and what you want to learn and get from it. We do have study abroad, so we go to 15 different countries at over 33 different sites, and about 40% of our students will study abroad before they graduate. We offer semester-long programs, we offer year-long programs depending on your major, and we also have January term programs, which is essentially a Linfield class that picks up from our campus, goes to another country, and you'll be taught by one of our professors with your classmates. So that's a really fun experience that you get as well. And one big thing, as you can see on the bottom right-hand corner, is that your first round trip airfare is going to be free. So you don't have to worry about that additional expense. And everywhere that we partner with, we have tuition is going to be about the same. Everything will carry over to wherever you go. When it comes to the on-campus experience, we have a lot of events and activities that happen outside of class. And we have more than 300 different leadership positions for you to participate in. We have, you know, about 20% of our students will participate in fraternity or sorority life. And among that, we also have different performing arts groups, including theater productions, music ensembles, singing ensembles, and you don't have to be within that major to participate. We really encourage all students to participate. We even have bigger events, you know, like our Hawaiian Luau or Hispanic celebration, and even Wildstock at the end of the year to celebrate with a big concert. For our resident life, we do have a 3-year living experience, 3-year living expectation, but we have dorm rooms that really, you know, are there for everybody: co-ed, single gender, gender inclusive, and pet friendly. We have 21 different athletic sports teams here, and we really want you to participate or just be supportive and be around if you wish. And about 88% of our students will finish within a 4-year period, and we're really proud of that fact. And for the applications, we are on the Common App. It is a free application for you, and we are going test blind, so we don't require the SAT or ACT score at all. And we have a early action deadline on November 1st, and we are currently open for students to come visit as well. I'll go to this last slide really quick. So our average student aid is about $40,000 to most students, and our total direct cost is just shy of $58,000. So thank you, I appreciate it. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to the next presenter.
Thank you very much, Ryan. And a reminder to everyone, use the Q&A button to ask questions of any of our presenters tonight. And if it's for a specific school, include the name of the school in your question. Up next, we'll hear from Pacific University, Oregon.
Perfect. Well, good evening, Nevada students. My name is Derek Nagley. I'm one of the associate directors here at Pacific University. And what that really means for you guys is if you apply to Pacific, I'm the guy reading your application. So I'm one of the admissions staff here, and I love working with students from Nevada. I've been able to do that for about 10 years now. So we're really excited to be able to continue to work with you guys. And I want to tell you just a little bit about Pacific, some of the things that make us unique and might want to get you guys up here. So Pacific itself, we're a small private liberal arts university, home to the Boxers, and we're located about 25 miles west of Portland. So depending on traffic, that's about a 30-minute drive from downtown, about an hour drive from the beautiful Oregon coast you can see there on the side. It's also about 15 minutes from what's called the Oregon Silicon Forest. So that's those huge companies you may hear about like Nike, Intel, Xerox, Columbia, are all located very close to our campus, which you'll see is a huge benefit for our students later on. And then the one other really fun thing is Forest Grove itself is actually built around the university. So we're a really big connected university with the community. But the other fun thing is it's so connected that we actually are home to the world's tallest barbershop pole, which is actually a 72-foot tall barbershop pole right at the end of our football end zone. And it was put in by the city, but as part of the school, it actually gets to be part of our football celebrations when we're playing. And you'll see that connection across the campus. Whether it's being one of the 1,800 undergraduate students or about 2,000 graduate students on our campus, you're going to get a top of the line education in over 65 different majors, minors, and programs. Pacific's typically very well known for things like optometry, physical therapy, because we have both the undergraduate and amazing nationally ranked graduate programs in those with some advantage programs to speed up the process or guarantee interviews. But we also have nationally and regionally ranked creative writing, education, anthropology, and business programs at Pacific. So we want that available to all of our students. There's no extra honors college or separate honors classes because all of our students are getting those small school atmosphere, average class size of only 19 students, and that theme you keep hearing of all of our classes taught by full professors. There's no TAs doing any of the teaching except maybe in the chemistry lab to make sure you don't blow anything up, but they're not actually doing the teaching that you need to learn while you're there. We also have a 4-year guarantee at Pacific University for all of our degrees that you can be in and out in 4 years, or that 9th semester is free for you and we'll pay for it. So we want you guys to be able to come in, get in and out in 4 years, not doing 5th years or 6 years unless you're going on to graduate school, but getting that top of the line education. And at Pacific, we start your education your freshman year. You can come in undecided and you have those first 2 years to decide a major, but we start your research, job shadowing, and internships when you get here. Because we want you to try it out. We want you to figure out if you really do want to become a doctor, if you really like little kids and maybe you should become a kindergarten teacher, or maybe they bite and never mind. But we want you to figure that out those first 2 years so that you can build up multiple years of experience. So when you leave Pacific, it's not just leaving with a degree and a good luck, but a degree and a resume of real life experience with places like Nike and Xerox and Columbia that you can put on your resume and have those things to talk about in an interview that's not just, well, we did that in class, but here's what I did when I was at Nike. And that's a really big leg up for our students as far as education and being able to take that next step right away. But at the same time, we don't want our students to just sit in their dorm rooms studying and going to class. Yes, you're going to do that. You're going to get that top of the line education, but our students are busy. Our average student at Pacific is involved in 3 clubs or sports that have nothing to do with what they're studying. A third of our students are varsity athletes in our 24 varsity, 20 intramural, or 10 club sports. Over a quarter of our students will take a music class while they're at Pacific to learn something. Because at Pacific, we want you guys to continue to do all of those things you know and love. Not just pick one club or one major, but be able to be involved in those 70 clubs, Greek life, playing in a sport, and singing in the choir all at once. Or maybe it's being part of our Hawaii club. One fun thing about Pacific is we actually host the largest luau that's student run anywhere in the US outside of the islands of Hawaii. And it's all student run, and you guys could actually join our Hawaii club and dance on stage in front of thousands of people every year as part of our annual luau. So there's a lot of really amazing ways to stay connected, both on campus and off. We don't want you guys to just take your education right here in Oregon, but to be able to expand it, whether that's through trips into the Pacific Northwest with outdoor pursuits, some of our 27 sites in 17 different countries around the world, or 3-week winter term, J-term classes, or doing community service, both some of those travel abroad classes or staying nearby, but being able to give back to the community as a student. And that can be anything from taking a class on French cuisine to helping build houses for Habitat for Humanity in Romania. So there's a really amazing opportunity to give back that education and show that you're using it in a real world setting to help solve problems outside of just your room. At the same time, we want to be able to offer our scholarships, and big things when it comes to our scholarships that I'm mentioning here. These are all need blind, state blind, and non-competitive. We are looking for students who are involved in all those things and want to keep doing them. So whether that's coming to one of our senior preview scholarship days on a Friday and being able to talk to professors, current students, and being able to do it virtually. So you don't have to travel up to Oregon until you're ready to, and earning $1,000 a year there. Or maybe being part of our academic merit scholarship, which every student who applies through Common App at Pacific is automatically looked at through, and we don't care what your parents make. This is all based on your guys' academic prowess in high school and what your academic profile shows. Or finally, special interest and talent awards for things like music, dance, theater, and speech and debate. And the big thing to know with all of these is they are all test optional. And again, we aren't looking at what your parents earn, but what you guys have done in high school to be able to earn these scholarships. And finally, like I said, I'm your admissions counselor. So please feel free to reach out in the Q&A or follow up later. That Derek N at pacificu.edu is a real person on the other end, and I'm there to answer any questions you guys might have about the school. And that's part of my job, is to be able to be your resource on campus and help you through this whole college admissions process. So thank you so much for taking a little bit out of your Tuesday evening, and I'll turn it over to the next speaker.
Eric, thank you very much. And again, Now, I'm reminding people of this a lot, but just want to make sure if you have any questions, use the Q&A button for any of our presenters this evening. We have 2 schools left to present. Next up will be Vanderbilt University.
Do you see my PowerPoint?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Hi, I'm Juliana Staples from Vanderbilt. It's nice to see all of you virtually. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. I'm a senior assistant director of admissions at Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee. If you'd like to see what our campus looks like, you can check out my Zoom background. I'm originally from Hopkinsville, Kentucky. I attended Vanderbilt and I've worked in our admissions office ever since. Basically, Vanderbilt has a combination of top-notch academics and athletics, a park-like campus within a vibrant city, and a medium-sized balanced student body. So if you'd like that in your college choice, then Vanderbilt can be perfect for you. We just have 5 more minutes to prove it to you. So no pressure. All right, so here are some fun numbers. Vanderbilt has about 6,800 students that comprise our community. Vanderbilt offers a place for everyone to call home, literally even our squirrels. You might notice the 3-to-1 squirrel to student ratio at the bottom of the slide. A girl earlier today asked me if that was a joke. It's actually real. We have 3 squirrels for every student on campus, which actually relates to how many trees we have on campus. We have thousands of trees. Actually, every single type of tree in the state of Tennessee is on our campus. So we are a national arboretum. We are located in the city of Nashville, but Vanderbilt is literally a park. So that's kind of fun. Also, we have our 10 colleges and schools. We're going to talk to you more about those and our 70 major fields of study. And all of our students actually at Vanderbilt live on campus. All of our first year students really start out knowing each other and bonding as a class in a residential area called the Commons. Our students are really welcoming and friendly, and you'll get to meet people at Vanderbilt from all over the world. We have students from all 50 states and 100 countries at Vanderbilt. 12% of our students are international, 42% of our students are students of color. We have about half our students are female, half identify as male, 60 different religious groups. Politically, our students identify as roughly 1/3 liberal, 1/3 moderate, and 1/3 conservative. And I think more than anything, our 420 student organizations really shows the diversity and balance of our community. Academics is definitely huge at Vanderbilt. We are intellectually vibrant and really encourage academic freedom. You can take classes across all 4 of our schools and majors. We have 70 majors. 45 are in the College of Arts and Science. That's our largest and liberal arts school. So if you want to major in anything in the liberal arts, that's where you would apply. Some of the most popular majors in the College of Arts and Science are interdisciplinary majors like neuroscience and medicine, health, and society. We also have a School of Engineering where 40% of our engineers are female and 100% of our engineers do research. Computer science is our most popular program. Biomedical engineering is our 2nd most popular program. All right, we have the College of Education and Human Development, which has a top program of education and also a business major, and the Blair School of Music. You can be in this program and do conservatory level music and become a professional musician, or you can become a doctor or a lawyer. At Vanderbilt, any student in any undergraduate school can be in any of our pre-professional programs. We offer pre-health, pre-law, pre-business, and pre-architecture. If more than one of our 4 undergraduate schools sounds good to you, you would be a typical Vanderbilt student. Almost half of our students double major across schools. At Vanderbilt, you can definitely study disparate things that you have interest in. There's a student I know doing English and physics from Morocco. There's a student doing banjo performance and chemistry. He's from Alabama. You have lots of different options. Also, research is a huge part of life at Vanderbilt. So many of our students do research. In addition to our 4 undergraduate schools, we also have 6 graduate schools on our campus, including a medical school, law school, and a business school, as well as 2 hospitals, Vanderbilt University Medical Center and Children's Hospital. So that, of course, is wonderful for anyone who wants to do any type of STEM, medical, or engineering research on Vanderbilt's campus, but there's research in every area. I even did research in film studies, and I was an English major, so you can do any different type of research at Vanderbilt that you would like. Our class sizes are very small. Our student faculty ratio is 7-to-1, not to be confused with our squirrel to student ratio. Vanderbilt Immersion is another way that students can participate in life at Vanderbilt. We have 70 majors and 4 undergraduate students, 4 undergraduate organizations, my bad. And immersion is just another way that you can experience something during your time at Vanderbilt. It could be any research, internship, study abroad, service project, or art performance. It will be guided by a faculty member. It will be funded by Vanderbilt. One of the experiences I was able to have is I studied abroad at the University of Edinburgh in Scotland and actually interned for members of Scottish Parliament while I was there. That's an example of an immersive experience. So those are definitely very fun. Nashville is America's friendliest city, so we personally welcome you all to come visit as soon as it's safe and experience the hospitality firsthand. We've mentioned that our campus is very much a part to our city. Also, our city is very much something that our students enjoy about Vanderbilt's location. They love Nashville. Our neighborhood is called Midtown Nashville. We have lots of shops and 80 restaurants in walking distance of campus. So we really feel like we get the best of both worlds with both the city and the campus. All right. Last but not least, Vanderbilt is committed to assuring that no student with talent or promise be denied access to our community based on financial limitations. We have 3 amazing financial commitments. Vanderbilt's need blind for all U.S. citizens and eligible non-citizens. Vanderbilt meets 100% of your family's demonstrated need with no loans. So we hope that you'll check us out more. And it was nice to virtually meet you. Thank you.
Juliana, thank you. And I want to remind everyone, if you have questions, use the Q&A button. You still have time to do that. And if it's a question for a specific institution, make sure you note that in your question when you put that in the Q&A box. Our next presentation will be from the University of Tennessee.
All righty. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Well, good evening, y'all. I know it has been a long day, full of presentations. We're the last one, so hopefully I can give you something to be excited about. And I feel pretty confident because University of Tennessee is just great. So my name is Jordan Berner. I am a proud alumna of the University of Tennessee and a Knoxville native. So I can't wait to tell you about my hometown and the greatest university on the planet, in my opinion. So, all right. For some reason, my thing is not moving forward. And thanks for your patience because I'm trying to figure out what's happening. I can see my presentation, but it's not moving. All right. That's interesting. Here we go. Thanks. Okay, perfect. So this is the city of Knoxville. You guys, it could not be more beautiful. So there you see the Sun Sphere on the left. You see downtown Knoxville on the right. You see the Smoky Mountains in the background. That is just exactly where campus is. So I used to run around what this place is called World's Fair Park in between my classes. It was on my little stretch that I would do. You guys, city of Knoxville is incredible. It's home to the friendliest place on earth. We're in the country, Yassine's Falafel House. It is also just a mile walk. Downtown Knoxville is just a mile walk from campus itself. So students, it's very safe. They just walk to downtown Knoxville after class, get a bite to eat, go shopping at some of our boutiques. City of Knoxville is so great. So there's lots of things to do whenever you're a student at the University of Tennessee. If you're an outdoors person, we have got a ton of things for you. So we're right at the foot of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, which is the most visited national park in the United States. It is also, our campus is situated right next to the Tennessee River. So if you like hiking, we've got stuff for you. If you like being on the water, we've got stuff for you. We've got a ski resort in the Smoky Mountains, amusement park if you love Dolly Parton's Dollywood is there, all kinds of things to do. You can see you can stand up paddleboard, kayak, all kinds of things. So if you're an outdoors person, we are a great school for you. Even the hammocks on campus, great things for you to do there. But as already mentioned, if you like being in the city of Knoxville and you want to just be in a city in general, we have a ton of stuff there too. So you can see the historic Tennessee Theater. We are a maker city. So there's all kinds of things that people are going to be doing whenever you enter downtown area. So you'll see people creating music or art or building. There's shows and performances going on all the time, farmers markets, constantly things for you to do. So if you're a city person, we're a great school for you as well. And let's talk about what's within the city internship wise. So Regal Cinemas, the #2 biggest cinema entertainment company in the United States. That is where it's located in Knoxville, you guys. Also Mastercraft and Sea Ray, Tennessee Valley Authority, some big things. Big thing I want to talk to you about is Oak Ridge National Laboratory. So if you're familiar with the Manhattan Project, that happened in Knoxville, in Oak Ridge, and our students can partner with Oak Ridge National Laboratory, ORNL, and have an internship there. And if you know anything about history, that internship is the bomb. I'm just saying. So this is our campus. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. 910 acres of pure amazingness. And you're going to want to get there. 23,000 undergraduate students. We are a land grant institution, R1 Carnegie distinction. So that's basically where a tier 1 research institution is what it used to be called. 360 undergraduate programs to choose from. So that basically puts us in the top 1% in the world of quantity of undergraduate programs. And we were founded in 1794. Tennessee was founded in 1796. We have had 226 years to perfect our programs. We are older than the state of Tennessee. So you guys, that's why we're able to offer 60 honors concentrations. That's why we're able to offer 4 honors and scholars programs. And on top of us being excellent in our academics, we are NCAA Division I in the SEC. We like to win things, 23 national championships under our belt. So you want to come to campus. You want to be a part of our 9 different colleges. Some of the things that you maybe want to know about, we have a College of Agriculture. We have a school, a veterinary school. So I know a lot of people look for that. Our supply chain management is #3 in the nation. Moving forward, we do have the world's first body farm. So if that's something that interests you, we are home to that. It's an FBI training facility. We have a direct entry nursing program, and we have incredible engineering programs. We do have a space institute, and 10 students from the University of Tennessee have gone on to become NASA astronauts in the last 35 years. Huge things. So our application is very simple. You can apply on the Common App, or you can apply through our own application. So you'd be a VIP of all in progress. Similar application process to the Common App. Just to let you know, we are test optional this year, so that's exciting. We do calculate your core GPA, and these are the things that we utilize for that. We also do weight your GPA, so we pay attention to those things. And these are just important deadlines to pay attention to. You can also find them on our website, or you can ask me later via email. But I want to get you through to the last couple things. With a hang up there, I just want to make sure we don't miss anything. So these are what you're looking at for our tuition, our out-of-state total, and over 50% of our students receive financial aid. So that's just something that you're going to be able to benefit from. You guys, there's so much more to benefit at the University of Tennessee. We have over 600 plus student organizations to be involved in, so much to enjoy. You can see right here programs abroad, living on campus in a residence halls that look like 5-star hotels. We have student success centers, so much to enjoy, sorority and fraternity life. So y'all, that is my time. I'm sorry for the hang up at the beginning, but I am so excited I got a chance to speak with you today, and I can't wait to hear from you all. So go ahead and reach out with any questions that you have.
Thank you, Jordan. Do you have contact information you can share from on your slide there, or anything real quick?
Yes. So let me go ahead and get it pulled up again. Let's get me all the way to the bottom here. And are y'all able to see that? I know it's not in the presentation format, but
Yeah, I think.
there you go. That's the contact information that you guys can reach me at.
Excellent. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate that.
Yes.
I want to thank everyone who presented this evening, and I want to thank all of you for joining us. Just a quick reminder, when you close this window, there'll be a link to a quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. Be sure to sign up for additional sessions where you signed up for this one. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings, again, at the same website where you signed up for this session tonight. Again, I want to thank the representatives from each of our schools for presenting tonight. I want to wish you a great evening. Have a good one. Thank you.